Hi, I'm Steve Doty.
No, I'm Steve Doty.
I'm Steve Doty.
No, I'm Steve Doty.
Welcome to today's segment of Real Estate Today.
This is the real Steve Doty. In today's segment, we're going to be discussing our new program, Point, Click, Move. This is an awesome new program that ERA has. They're spearheading it. Something that Steve has researched and brought to our office that is unique. It's different from anything else out there.
I agree. It gives us the opportunity to offer a product to our customers and clients that nobody else in the marketplace can give them. So, I mean, this is going to be a game changer for us.
Right. And nobody can disagree that this is a unique market. I mean, this is, some people might say, why bring this out now? And we're going to bring points as to why you should bring this out now. But this is going to work well now. It's going to work well in the future. It's going to work well in any real estate market that we're presented with.
Yeah, the way I see it, it's never too soon, it's never too late to innovate.
Right.
I think every agent here, we've had the opportunity to learn a little bit about the program. Some agents have already started to implement the program. So
Absolutely.
We're finding that it's an extremely great opportunity for ERA and our agents and our customers to take advantage of.
Right. And in true ERA fashion, like you said, there's been tons of education, seminars, videos, different things to get us more knowledgeable with it. But we are still babies with it. We don't know as much, obviously, as Steve does, because he's been researching this for a while. But
could we say that he's maybe the father of, before just the babies, maybe he's the father
Yes.
of
The
it?
father, well, yeah, I want to think more
the
like
Godfather.
The
The Godfather of Point, Click,
Point,
Move.
click, move.
No, in all seriousness, Steve, tell us just briefly what Point, Click, Move is and why you wanted it for our company.
Well, Point Click Move gives options to the seller. There are, in today's market, as fast as the market is quickly as it's moving, multiple offer scenarios, and as it's, you know, you often hear people say that we have a lack of inventory. And if you look at the statistical numbers in Conway, there's not a lack of inventory, there's an overabundance of buyers.
Right, I would agree with that.
Our numbers are up, the market's numbers are up, there are more houses, more transactions being done through the 15th of May of this year than there were last year.
Wonderful.
There's 17% more in 2020 than there was in 19, and there's 24.4% more from 20 to 21. So the market's moving really fast, and it causes you, in order to come up with services or goods or new products that allow and keep you agile with your clientele and to make your buyers comfortable, because if you really think about it, and I know a lot of sellers think this, well, anybody can sell a house. In today's market, if the product's right and the price is right, just about any house will sell, and it will sell itself, but it won't close itself. That's the problem. That's where we come into the picture. As complex as the market is, and multiple offer scenarios, and negotiation of actually getting an enforceable contract that will close in today's market is very difficult.
Let me tell you about a problem that I'm having with some of my listeners. They're anxious to list. They want to take advantage of this market. I mean, they're going to get top dollar for their house, and they're excited.
And they would.
But they've got to move. So once they sell that house, they get that offer at top dollar. Now they're put in a position of having to go out and buy a house.
Of stepping into the mass hysteria
Yes.
of multiple offer world.
Yes, they're so excited to get those multiple offers and get the highest price. They don't want to step out and rejection after rejection putting these offers in because there's so many offers coming in. How's this going to help them?
Well, that's perfect. Let's talk about, and like I said, there were 3 versions of this. There's an open market version, which is a standard, what you can sell your house on the open market for, and a conventional, the traditional method of, I list my house with Kathy, Kathy puts my house on the market, we market the house, we entertain offers, we get an offer accepted, and we go to closing. Then we pack and we move. Then there is a scenario that's an instant buyer scenario we'll talk about in another video later, but let's talk specifically about the bridge solution. If you think of the key obstacle, since you brought it up, the key obstacle that happens in today's market is is, okay, I'd love to sell my house, we're ready to move. We're afraid to step out there because we know our house will sell, but
Where we're gonna
Where
go.
where we're gonna go.
We hear that every day.
So, and when you look at, okay, my house is sold and I'm gonna step into this multiple offer scenario and I've got 30, 45 days tops to find some place to live, well, I'm gonna shop. And many buyers today may put 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 15 offers in and could end up paying over ask price. The traditional method that we see a lot in this market, and we see throughout Arkansas, and I'm sure Tom sees in Texas is I'll just throw more money at the seller. Well, the unusual thing is looking at as many contracts as we have come across through DotLoop that we review in a day, many of these that are getting accepted are not that high above sales price. It's the skills of the negotiation of the agent that gets the offer accepted because they know what the seller's hot spots are. Next thing is that via point-click move, there's a bridge solution. And that bridge solution allows, if I were to list your house, Kathy, would list it and we would establish value through a CMA, then I would submit that house to my bridge solution providers who would be buyers. They're institutional buyers or national buyers. They would buy your house at what comparables we pull together to show what your house is worth. They'll pay it. They'll pay what's worth, what the house is worth, and then lease the house back to you at fair market rate while you have an opportunity to shop for up to 18 months.
So they sell their house to this person that we have found through this program. They sell their house, then they get to stay in that same house for up to
18 months. They get the opportunity to turn around and lease the house back.
But they're not obligated to that 18 months like
No,
they
no.
might be if they lease someplace else.
You're exactly right.
So that's a really big plus for them.
Absolutely. It gives you the opportunity to shop in comfort.
Right.
Take your time and find what you're looking for.
Right.
So that's where I think the great advantage is that we bring to the table with this product is that I know many of you out there would love to sell your house today, but you're afraid. This is as simple as invite an ERA agent, your favorite ERA agent, into your house. They sit down with you with their computer, spend a little time. Any of these guys would be great.
Pick me.
Thanks, Steve.
Then they will sit down on their computer. They'll have to borrow your Wi-Fi. But they'll sit down on their
I have
computer.
a hotspot.
After they've walked through your home, they will fill out the requirements in the application sheet on our dashboard, and it'll be submitted then to multiple bridge solution buyers and providers, and they will write you offers. Sometimes multiple, you will see multiple offers from different suppliers. You're not obligated to take one of those, but if that happens, then they will close in 30 days, and you will be able to take a percentage of your equity out of that house to be able to go buy the next home for a down payment in the next home. Then once they have closed on your house, they'll list it back with the same ERA agent who's familiar with the house and knows it to put it on the market to sell it for them. And then once it's at its second closing, you'll receive the balance of your equity back from that provider.
We can sell your house. You don't have to be under the pressure, under the gun to get moved
Absolutely.
out in less than a week, because typically the buyer takes possession of the property at closing. Now, we can keep you in that property for up to 18 months while you find the right house for you.
Right.
So if you want to play the market a little bit, if you want to see what's going to go down, or in this case where you're looking at properties and there's 10, 15, 20 offers on a house, you know, you can play that game or not. But the point is, you don't have to move right now. You can stay in that house, lease the house back from the new owners, and then while one of us finds you another house.
And even though you have the lease, which is great, and a lot of people have said, well, I can find a place to rent while I look.
You don't need to.
You stay in your house.
You don't have to move.
You can stay in your house and you're not obligated to
Exactly.
so many months of a lease.
I think
so-
one of the great things about the program is that you do have options.
Right.
It's not typical case scenario of what we've lived before, where, as Steve mentioned, or Jim, I apologize for not realizing who, but you go to closing.
It's probably me.
It probably was, see, now that I think about it, but Steve is our boss, and it probably was him. Either way, you get to closing, and if you don't have anywhere to go, you're kind of out of luck. But with this program, it allows you to take your time and really look for that forever home.
Takes the fear out of this crazy market.
Sure does.
Absolutely.
And I know, David, you asked, what's the catch?
Always.
Why would they do that?
Not to be.
What are they gonna give me for my house? And I know as you're watching this on social media, you're thinking, well, the offer is considerably lower than what my house is worth. They pay appraisal value.
Right.
They pay appraisal value.
Terrific.
There's a service fee that goes along with it, that's not any higher than paying closing costs necessarily. So, that's where they make their money, but they'll give you appraisal value for your house, whatever the appraisal justifies. Let's say, for example, David, your house was $230,000. We've added $230,000. You say, okay, Steve, well, what if it appraises for $250,000? Then when it resells for $250,000, the balance of that equity that you took is yours. They still gave you $230,000 for the house, and then when it's selling for $250,000, that other $20,000 belongs to
Comes
you.
directly to me.
Yeah.
That's great.
So as the market rises, and I promise prices are rising,
Oh, yeah, they are.
prices are rising quickly. And as they rise and as the market goes up and it lets you could, the second time it was selling, could take advantage of these multiple offers and some of this mass hysteria that goes on out there 6 months down the road after you've taken time to find your own house. And
you're
you
not
profit
in
extra
it.
from that. Exactly. You're not in that.
But you know what else is rising right now in this market? Is ERA.
You're right.
The morale, the business, the numbers. Steve, we can't tell you how much we appreciate you and Tom, what you're bringing to the office, and this point-click move is amazing. I'm super excited.
I think it's terrific, and from our intro, you can all understand now why we all want to be Steve Doty.
Absolutely. I'll be Steve Doty when I grow up.
That's what Steve said.
That's what Steve said. Thank you so much for coming in and
thanks for
talking
having
about
me.
this, and
Great.
you're better able to describe that program since you've been looking at it a long time.
I have seen it come across my desk a lot.
Yeah,
in the
I bet.
In the last 30 days.
I bet, and we've been playing with it, and we've got a few agents that have actually had this go through now, and has
That's right.
been successful. It's worked out really well, so
All right.
we're anxious to try it for you. Give
So
us
if
a
you're
call.
interested in selling your house, give me a call. I'd be more than happy to help you.
Not to
But-
be confused, I'm David Patty.
And I'm Jim
You
Houston.
can call me.
I'm Kathy Nickles. Just give me a call and I'll help you.
She's hardly ever, she's always on the phone, so just call me.
I
Okay.
have call waiting. I can know and pick up and change. So.
And just leave a message. For either one, but call me. Thank you all very much.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate your time.
See you next time.
Bye.
If you have any questions or comments about today's segment of Real Estate Today, please give us a call at 501-327-6731 or our direct phone numbers listed below.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Real Estate Today. Today we're going to be talking about an interesting program that's going to be introduced called
Shouldn't you say who you are?
He's gonna introduce yourself.
Welcome
first.
to Real Estate Today.
Hi,
So you tell them who you are? Hi, I'm
Yes,
David
I'm
Patty.
David Patty.
Okay, we switched that up, so that's why.
No, you start just the
Okay,
same way.
so I don't go into the point click sheet.
No.
Hi, I'm Walter Cronkite.
Yes.
I wanted to do that, like they do on Today. I'm David Patty. Jim, they wouldn't move along today. Can you see my paper?
Yes, that's okay.
Okay.
People expect notes.
You're done.
He had to write down the name of the program.
I did, I even had to.
So that tells you he's gonna be dead on
They call it like bang, jump, hustle the other day.
Okay.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Are you selling all this for outtakes? Go. He's the man.
All right. So say it once through, David. What is it? Starts with a P.
Point, click, shoot. Click, move.